This is Idaho State Police Document 74, dated December 4, 2022, dealing with the arrest of a 21-year-old man in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, who claimed to have taken the lives of 2 people in New Jersey, as well as being involved in the Idaho 4 crime. It reads as follows. On Sunday, December 4, 2022, Idaho State Police Senior Detective Gary Tarleson received a telephone call from Coeur d'Alene Police Department Sergeant Shane Averitt. Sergeant Averitt advised that officers had arrested redacted person, date of birth 2001, for being drunk in public. During the arrest, he claimed to have sharp instrumented 2 people in New Jersey, and told officers he was also involved in the life-takings in Moscow, Idaho. He later recanted these statements to officers. Sergeant Averitt also explained that officers have had contacts with redacted person over the last few months because they had found him living in his red van. After reading the report, Officer Tarleson asked Conrad to run a redacted search. She found an old warrant hit, out of Chatham Township, New Jersey. They checked the BOSS camera system for the dates of November the 12th and 13th, 2022, looking for redacted person's vehicle, New Jersey license plate, redacted. The vehicle is seen on camera driving in Coeur d'Alene on several days prior to, and after, the Idaho 4 quadruple tragedy. The Chatham Township Police Department in New Jersey said they had taken 61 reports on the redacted person. He described the redacted person as wanting to be a rapper or social media star. In addition, they had no reports of a sharp instrument life-taking or other life-takings in their township. The officers said it's a small affluent community. The sheriff office there repeated that there had been 61 reports on the redacted person, with the last being September 7, 2022. A detective there said there were no unsolved life-takings in the county. Officer Tarleson of the ISP went to the Kootenai County Jail and spoke to the redacted person, who told him that he did not remember ever saying that he had sharp instrumented anyone. He signed a consent form and let the officer take a DNA sample. The officer checked his arms and neck and stated that no marks or scratches were visible. The redacted person said that he had never been to Moscow, Idaho, that he had only been in Idaho a couple of months, and that he says stupid things when he's drinking. The next report is ISP Report 28, regarding a phone tip about a redacted person, date of birth 1991, who had supposedly exhibited stalking behavior and an extreme fascination with females in the past, at a redacted place. According to the tip, the person had changed his name to redacted. Officers attempted to return the call, but the young woman who had submitted the tip didn't answer. They went to the redacted location to see if anyone else had knowledge of the person or the tipster. The manager and a worker did recall the person and observing his stalking behavior firsthand. They didn't have any further knowledge of him beyond these events at redacted place. The manager and worker also said a college-aged male and female had come into the store asking for a Kbars, and then left immediately after learning that the store didn't carry them. The officers went to the tipster's current employer to see if she was working, but she wasn't there. The officers went to the man's supposed last place of employment, but he was not longer employed there, and when they talked to the owner of the establishment, he claimed he did not know of this person. When they asked about the person's new name, the manager said yes. He explained that the person had worked for him for 2 months, before his employment was terminated due to his awkward social interactions with customers. The manager was not aware of any violent tendencies or stalking encounters. According to the employer, the person was simply an odd guy with awkward social skills. The tipster called the officers and they spoke to her about the tip. She confirmed the person's awkward and stalking behavior directed at her. She also informed us that the person had actually stalked another employee, and that employee had gotten a restraining order against him. She did not ever observe any violent behavior or acts, but had become more worried as the person had begun to purchase more knives as time progressed. After he or she left employment at redacted place, she has not had any more interactions or issues with him. She wasn't aware of any relationships between him and any of the victims. Before ending the conversation, she advised us that she believed a redacted person was aware of a potential stalking incident with one of the victims. She was unable to provide details, and she was asked to have that person contact the officers. The detectives drove by the location of the man's address provided by the tip, and it was not a residential area. The other female returned the officer's voicemail and they spoke on the phone. She relayed similar observations as the tipster. She added the fact that the man had been driving a redacted car model, with Washington license plate, redacted. If you would like to see more content, please like and subscribe. And as always, thank you for watching.